Good morning, YouTube. It's been a little bit since we've done a video, just getting back off vacation. Today we are working on a 21 Ram Limited Longhorn. It's got the 5.7 and e-torque. So one problem with these trucks, even on the 4th gen, is exhaust leaks. So this one, we actually probably less than 6 months had to put new gaskets on. The bolts broke off in the manifold, so, or the head, I say intake. But anyway, we ended up having to weld on some nuts and get those off. But the 5th gens plagued with the same problem, with the exception of they just designed the exhaust manifolds a little thin from what I've been seeing, and they crack. So anyway, I'll crank this thing up and let you see what it sounds like, because a lot of people are getting confused with lifter tick and exhaust sound. So y'all bear with me. So I was trying to do this kind of in a hurry where it don't heat up, but I've heard this one running. This is actually my dad's truck, so it sounds way worse sometimes, just depending on temperature at night. It's, of course, when everything's cooled down. But this morning it was about 50 degrees, and that's not too bad. But again, the noise kind of tends to move around a little bit. I heard it last night. I think it was the night before. But anyway, it's pretty bad. So I think it's on the passenger side. He's got some leaking over here on the driver's side. But we ordered a kit through a company that we'll show you shortly after my cameraman gets out here, and show you all the parts and the replacement intake manifold, or I'm sorry, exhaust manifold. Still working on coffee, y'all. You gotta excuse the cup. It ain't quite Christmas yet, but grab whatever was first in the shelf. So you know how that goes. But anyway, we'll give you a rundown on what we got, and we're about to start tearing this thing down. I gotta get the inner fenders out and just get stuff out of the way so we can start knocking some stuff out so we can put some stuff back in. So y'all bear with us. All right, y'all, my cameraman's back. He's back in action. A lot of y'all are having trouble getting this driver's side manifold out, and we done this with the 4th gen. And what I ended up doing is just taking the exhaust loose from under the truck and dropping it out of the way right here where we could fish that thing out, because on the driver's side it is a little tight with your steering shaft and your oil dipstick. So that's what I'm working on right now. It takes a little longer, but I mean, if y'all look at the shop time on this thing, it's like 6 hours. It's like 3.5 or 4 on this side, and the other side's like 2.5 or 3. I don't know. But anyway, I've come to realize over the years, if you go ahead and take the time and just go ahead and take everything out of the way, it's a lot easier. Because if you end up trying to do it and you're in a tight spot like this, you're either going to break something, you're going to be all ticked off by the end of the day, and trying to keep it cool, calm, and collective. That's my motto. So on the 5th gen, only thing we got is your collector going into the intake, or the I keep saying intake, sorry.
Manifold.
The manifold. Exhaust manifold. It collects there, so you got 2 bolts here, 2 bolts on the other side. We shot them with some PB Blaster, get them loosened up a little bit. I recommend getting either an impact or a 1/2-inch drive, because 3/8 you're gonna just kill yourself trying to get them all out. Get under the truck with a swivel socket or swivel neck, an extension, and it comes out pretty easy, y'all. I mean, you don't have to fight with it. I was leaving the tire on, but being I'm gonna get in here, I'm gonna unhook these O2 sensors, like from the harness that goes into the main truck harness. I'm gonna hook those there. I hadn't taken anything off on the other side, and the reason I'm doing that is because those collectors come in and make like it's basically like a Y. So on the passenger side, underneath the floor pan, you'll see where it's tied into the exhaust going out the back of the truck. So we're going to just undo it from there, and that way that exhaust has kind of got some flex to it. We can, I think on his, we had, of course, aftermarket exhaust and all that. So what we're going to try to do is take it loose like we did on that truck, drop it down enough so we can get that Y collector backed up a few inches, and it should dangle and everything should be loose so that we can actually back that manifold back out, because that's what we done on the other one. It'll actually fit between the fender, like the inner fender of the truck, the cab, if you'll fish it in there just right, and it's pretty easy to put back in. So I'm thinking that's gonna be the same way here, because it looks like it's made identical. So again, I've never done a 5th gen. 4th we have, but now, you know, other than the broke bolts on that truck, the 4th gen, it was pretty simple. It didn't really take that long. But anyway, that's what we're doing here. Just want to give you a heads up. This is the kit we got from BD Diesel. It's bddiesel.com. And that's the box. I don't know if y'all can see that. bddiesel.com. So this kit, it comes with a manual. It tells you what it's for. We're working on a actually you can use it on the 09 to 24 Classic, but we're working down here exhaust manifold kit for a 19 through a 24 Ram 1500 DT new body, which is what this is. So we're following that category, so 21. So we know this will work. But it also fits your, of course, we just single side. You got passenger side, you got driver side kit. So it does both, but we bought the entire bundle together. These things are kind of pricey, but supposedly they fix and solve the problem. Other than putting headers on, this is about all you got. If you put headers on one, about 99% of the time, you fix your problem. You won't ever have another issue with it. But we didn't want to do that with this truck. So as for Durangos and Jeep Grand Cherokees, also 11 to 22. So
Just about any 5.7 Hemi.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it comes with some spacers, new bolts for both sides, and it comes with the heat shields, which is, you got heat shields for both sides. So we'll have to put back on, which is the gaskets. So this is a heat shield and your manifold gasket made into one. And these are the new heavy duty exhaust manifolds. And this has been covered in some kind of paint. I think these were supposed to be powder coated, but being that that's coming off so easy, before we put these on, I'm gonna take some acetone on a rag and I'm gonna get that off, because I don't want to have any trouble with exhaust leaks. That kind of crap right there, it may or may not, I don't know, it may burn off, who knows. But anyway, I don't want anything between the surface of this, the gasket, and then the engine. So that kind of defeat the purpose if we end up having leaks. These dudes are stout, so y'all be sure not to drop them on your feet. Anyway, had to kind of give y'all a little rundown on what we got going on. So I'm gonna get back under here, see if I can get all this unhooked. Main thing you don't want to do is forget about your O2 sensors. If you take that exhaust out like what we're gonna do, and the thing drops down, and then you end up costing yourself a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because you'll mess those up pretty quick. So we can get to it a lot easier right here with the tire out of the way. If any time I try to keep the tires on the truck, just for the simple fact it's safer, of course. But we got the 6-ton Daytonas that we bought when we did the rear end jack stand. So I got it under there. The jack still got pressure on it, so I don't think we'll have any issues. But anyway, it's always safer when you got the tires on. But
yeah,
you know, you have to do what you got to do. But just do it safe, y'all. So y'all come on in, let's show you what's making all this noise. Show them right there between the center of that. There's a crack right there, I know you can see it. That, my friends, is what we hear. You take your heat shield off like what we did on the outer heat shield, and 4 10mm nuts, and hopefully, we hadn't tried any bolts yet, but hopefully we don't run into the same issue of the 4th gen with broke bolts.
Yeah, buddy.
I know I said I was going to take the O2 sensors off and or just unplug them, but what I'm thinking real quick, I'm going to go over here to the other side, undo the collector, and I may get by not having to do that because I think we'll have enough flex. It may actually let it back out, but I'm gonna just go ahead and take it off. Like I said, I ain't done nothing to this side. But I'm gonna scoot under the truck, knock those 2 bolts off on the collector, and see if I know that's holding that part where it won't move, but we're gonna see if it'll give us any more wiggle room to scoot that thing back, because it'll come out just like what I pulled that heat shield out. It ain't gonna be fun, I ain't gonna tell you that. It ain't gonna not fight you, but you know, it wouldn't be working on something if we didn't have a little fight.
That's right.
We already juiced it up with PB Blaster, so I'm gonna see if I can get to these real quick. All right, guys and gals, we went ahead and unhooked the O2 sensors from the appropriate hook. Just make sure y'all don't screw that up, because if you hook them back up wrong, you're gonna have lots of misfire problems and fuel issues and check engine lights. North Pole's gonna call you and they're gonna cancel Thanksgiving. So just be sure, which is what I done. I took my phone, took a little short video, and explained to myself where I could look after I get frustrated in a little bit and I lose my mind. I won't be able to remember what I did. So best thing to do is a digital video library, video log, video, I don't even know, something. What I wanted to tell you is to tell you about that. When you're taking the O2 sensors off, they got a little red locking tab. Dudes, gals too, do not get pissed off with it and try to break it, because there's a way to do that. For y'all that know, you know, but y'all bear with me because I'm going to explain. The ones that know, sorry, but I'm going to tell the ones that don't, because I've been there a lot of times. Ended up costing me lots of money when I didn't know. Take your little orange pick, any pick, small pick, stick it in the back of the red tab on those plugs. Gently pull it back. You'll hear a couple clicks. It backs out. Now, the centers of those plugs have to be mashed, just like a regular plug. It has a little tab that it catches. You're not going to be able to sit there and just pull them after you mash them. You're going to say, what's going on? This is
this is bull, this is whatever. Here's your tip. Take it, mash your button. Hold the other side of the plug if you can. Push forward, then pull back, and it'll release. Super easy, works really quick. So y'all be there all day trying to back it off, just mashing the tab and trying to pull it. It's got like a little hook in there, and those things are locked. So you'll never be able to force it enough to let that relieve the pressure. So you got to push it forward a little bit. That way when you're mashing that clip, as soon as you push forward, it pops on up. You'll actually feel your finger go down a little further. And then it'll back off easy. So just remember that tip if you don't do anything else. That works with any of those plugs. You'll, like I say, you'll get frustrated me trying to yank it off. So now that we've got those unhooked, and I made a little video to remind myself what I got going on, that dropped down quite a bit. I'm going to attempt to go ahead and pull these loose and see if it'll come out right now without taking the collector off the exhaust back there where I told you. Like I say, it's going to probably end up having to be taken off. So, but I'm going to go ahead and try it. And also, these little push clips, I don't know, they're Christmas tree clips, some guys call them. There's several in those fender wells. I say several, probably like 3. They broke. They will not come out, even though I was using appropriate tools, guys. So for the ones that's going to be out there in keyboard land and saying, oh, you're an idiot, you did. Yeah, I did. Didn't work. Normally, what I do is get a pair of needle nose channel locks or either vice grips and try to pinch it and grab it and pull it out. Normally that works, but we got to go to town here in a bit. So those things are about, I don't know, $2 a pack. We're just going to go ahead and replace them, put some new ones in. 9 times out of 10, you yank them out. Even if they come out half decent, they never go back in tight. So we're just going to put new ones on and roll with it. So just want to interject a minute and let y'all know about that. So we're about to get taking this part here out. See if we can get these things out of here. This is 10 millimeter bolts. So we're going to work with it, see what we got, y'all. I know we got a crack on this side, so hoping the bolts come out. They claim they fixed this problem and when they created the 5th gen design, but you know how that goes. How many times have we been told, yeah, that don't feel right. So let's stop while we're ahead. And I'm going to put some, if I can get my socket back out of here. Deep well, I shouldn't. We're going to go ahead and squirt these things down with some PB Blaster. Just to see if that helps with what we're doing, because it may not get in there. I don't know. But we're going to do it just to say we did it. Because I have dealt with broken bolts and it is not fun. So a little juice don't hurt anybody. It just makes a mess, but it's fine. If you're working on enough cars, a mess is just part of it. So that first bolt was fairly simple, but I'm lost in the jungle. I don't see what I'm hunting. Okay, there, that was loose. That's right where the crack was at, so I was a little concerned we may have more issues there, but so far, that don't look too terrible. I'm gonna go back to my deep well extension, or deep well socket. At least it's not 112.
That's right.
I know y'all can't see a lot with me in here, but trust me, we getting it. probably should have got our Milwaukee. Yeah, we could have just sped this up just a little bit, but I didn't. Okay.
How many you got loose over there?
About 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not a whole lot. So we got, I think, 4 across the bottom. I'm just gonna loosen everything first. Try to. Oh, you gotta love it. All right, y'all. So remember I took the O2 sensors loose. Very important, so you don't tear them up during this process. We still didn't have enough clearance, so we took the Y collector loose on the exhaust on the other side, which we'll show you in just a minute. And when we did, it dropped this thing way down. So everybody's having trouble getting this one out. Now you can just back it all the way under the cab, rotate it, try not to tear nothing up, and it comes right out. Now, this is the heat shield. You do the same way. You back it under and then pull it out. Alright, so you can give them a peek under the truck. On the passenger side, I don't think you can be able to see it from here. So we just went ahead and took, got the mic. We went ahead and took the collector loose on this side where it goes up to the manifold itself, because it's holding pressure. But right here, I don't know if you can see this, take it loose there. That's gonna be a 15mm bolt. So we just used the impact, knocked it loose there, and then took it out of the hanger here. And once you do that, this pipe, you got plenty of play. And the collector up front with the Cadillac converters on, they moved. Here you go. Sorry, y'all. Kind of in a bind. But anyway, just wanted to show y'all that for everybody that was struggling with the manifold, getting it out. Like I say, just go ahead and knock that off, which is what we done on the other truck, like I told y'all, because we had broke bolts, and I mean, as y'all can see, the head is right here, so we had to get to all these. But this one didn't have any broke bolts, thank goodness. But we had a little exhaust leak here, you can see around the gasket itself, and you'll see that there'll be a lot of carbon buildup. Everything else looks pretty good, but this little guy here,
You got cracks all in one right there too.
this is not a crack, that's a wheel, but you can see that crack right there. Don't really see anything on the back side, but let's compare the two for the people. They can see what they think about it. So this is going to be this one. So they were supposed to be designed.
Yeah, you looking at that right there.
Yeah, the flange is
a lot beefier.
A lot beefier there. We got more thick or more width for it to make a better contact surface here versus here. As you can see, like this is where this thing was sitting with the the deposit that you see there. I mean, you can kind of see that leaves that little edge versus we've got all this meat here now. These have extra meat around the outsides here. I mean, you can see it. So supposedly in that design, it corrected this problem. So the torque sequence, I think, we took those bars off. It's like a plate that goes on these things that it's supposed to distribute the force of the bolts equally across on the flange. And I'm not so sure that was working. Apparently not. I think it was trying to help the matter, but I do need to look and see in the directions about those, because I don't know right off if those go back on or not. I don't think they do, because we have these spacers between. These go between the bolt and the or the head of the bolt and the actual flange. So
It's supposed to sit right there.
yeah. So I can tell you right now that's not. So to answer my question, if you look at these are smooth and these aren't. These are recessed to take those necks of the spacer there. So those bars that come off over here are flanges. Those can't go back on. There's no way. So I would say, answering my own question, no. And I watched them online on their channel. They have these things. They're talking about them, and they don't have them on there. So, but like I say, I'll open the instructions up here in a minute and just verify, just look everything over real good. But anyway, this is supposedly the harder side of the two. So just to show you guys that that's the way to do it. Makes it way easier. So yep, we're gonna move on. Just want to interject a moment, let you know what we're doing. And that's probably a big key moment for everybody, just trying to get those out. Because if the exhaust was still hooked up like it's was, there's no way that would work. So we got duals on the 4th gen, but it's the same setup. It goes a Y collector into one. So anyway, that's what we got. All right, we're getting back at it. I'm gonna give this back to him because I almost got hung up a while ago and lost my life over a magnet on the back of a DJI. Boy, what a magnet that is.
Just figured we'd show this right here. He's cleaning off that manifold. Now, what you using there, buddy?
This is just acetone. We have some around for painting and different things, and I don't know that you have to do this. It doesn't say in the directions, but to me, it just, I'll take it just a second, just to kind of wet a rag and just set it there a second, and it wipes right off. I just think making sure it's clean is a little bit better than just slamming it on and wishing we hadn't later, because these things had to be torqued. And the directions, y'all, if we had opened that up to begin with, read,
Tells you everything we said.
yeah, tells you actually. Oh, look at that. Give me that. This guy right here had me around there a while ago. My shirt was stuck. I was on a bind and I couldn't get out. So good thing I had a camera guy there. I had to have a helping hand. Had a guy by the neck and couldn't get loose. But anyway, it tells you in the directions every single detail that we did. But I just don't ever read directions. Not always. I mean, if I get into a bind, yeah. But this is kind of common sense. I mean, you kind of know something's in your way, take it off. So you work your way in reverse order, putting it back on. Here you go. I want to get that covered with acetone. mess that up. But anyway, just doing this little step right here. Like I say, I mean, you might not need to. It doesn't specify, but just part of me goes back to old school. Just make sure your surfaces are clean. That's the way I've always done things, and it always worked. So usually if I have that little instinct of my gut questioning me, you know, I'm like, I don't know. Usually it's just best to go ahead and trust your instinct, and then you'll be okay. And we'll let somebody else test the theory of leaving it on, or going through the whole thing of calling them and asking them and all that jazz. But we're not doing that. So anyway, it took a few seconds to knock that off. So I'm gonna run this around the head.
Yeah, so he's just cleaning it up right this second. I don't know if y'all can hear him in there, but he's just taking his acetone rag and wiping the ports around the head right there. So we got us a clean surface.
Yeah, because I mean, it's got a little bit of carbon built up. And these are aluminum heads, so they clean up real easy. So we just want to make sure everything's clean, because we don't plan on doing this again.
So we're going to get this cleaned up, and then we'll catch you guys when he's about to throw it back in.
What's up? We got the other one off. We had to stop and go to town, so I had to go run some errands. Got everything done on the driver's side, everything torqued. And speaking of that, we went and got a 3/8 torque wrench, because I had broke one. I don't know. Don't ask. Probably using it as a pull bar. Anyway, we had a 1/2 inch and we got a quarter. Quarter's inch pound. 1/2 inch is just too big to get up in there. It's like sticking a baseball bat. And I could have got it easy over on the passenger side. But we need one to put in the toolbox. I think I got another one. But we went and got a Walmart special, so we'll have it anyway. But this is our crack on our passenger side, y'all. You can see it in the sun a lot better, but looks like it's showing up. And here it's got just a hole. So it's slightly cracked in here, but both of them are about in the same spot. So I think that's our problem. The gasket don't really look, I mean, on this one it didn't come off like the other one did, but we don't see any carbon on the gasket anywhere. If it was leaking, you'd see it. It'd be smut or carbon buildup around the edges. I mean, we don't have that on any of them. So the other one we did just a little bit, but anyway, this one is way easier, which that's what everybody said. But I like to grab the bull by the horns when I'm fresh. Go ahead and get that fight over with. So we decided to knock that out bright and early. But I'm gonna clean this one up like we did earlier, and get over here and try to knock this out before it gets dark. We had to go
I mean, you took that liner out and you said it was big time difference.
Oh, it looks like something's missing over there. Like it's so much space. So I don't know why everything has to be so tight.
It's just tight, man. Steering shaft and everything.
But it's fine, you know.
And you actually got the tire still on.
Yeah, I didn't take the tire off.
So he didn't take the tire off. He just took the liner out, and bam! I mean, it's in your teeth. So you can see big time. So this side, you can actually do it with the tire on. It's not bad.
Yeah, I mean it was tight. Don't get me wrong. And for anybody, you know, you big dudes, y'all wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not that big, guys. Not thick. You know, I'm kind of thick, but I ain't as thick as I used to be. But gotta get back to the gym. Man, since we've been wrenching on stuff and doing, just ain't got time to go to the gym no more. So I'm thinning up in the chest area and start to thick up in the belly area. You know, it's okay. Winter's coming. Everybody likes a little weight during the winter time.
That's right. It's bulk season.
You know, keep you warmer.
That's right.
But it's fine. I'm happy. I'm happy with it. So far, everything's going pretty doggone smooth. Just I'll go ahead and tell you, if you don't have a 3/8 torque wrench, just go ahead and get one, because over here on this driver's side, that 1/2 inch, I think I out of the 10 bolts, I torqued everything but 2 by torque wrench. And I've been doing this stuff for a long time, y'all, so I kind of, you know, I'm not gonna say I'm perfect when it comes to torquing by hand, just feel, but I kind of felt what the other ones were, how much tension, and kind of give it the same amount. So I don't think we'll have any issue on those, but it just was flat out, you couldn't get a torque wrench in there to that. So I think the 3/8 would have fit, but we, like I say, I didn't think I had one, and thinking about it after I bought one just a little while ago, I think I do. I think it's in a toolbox hid in the shed, in the other shed. But that's another thing, when you got stuff, so much stuff, you just don't know what you got anymore, or where you put it. And so anyway, to make your life easier, just go ahead and get you one. But 18 foot-pounds, I mean, is what these things call for. And I mean, honestly, that's really not a whole lot.
Yeah.
So if you don't know if you can get a torque wrench on the other ones, just kind of just get your ratchet and a socket and see how much force it takes to turn the bolt. And then all you got to do is just keep doing that until you get it about the same. I don't think this is rocket science. I mean, oh dang it, I gotta clean that up over there. But I mean, it just depends on how technical you want to be with it. We've done this for motor building and whatnot, and I try to go with a torque wrench on everything, but sometimes it just don't work out. It just depends on the situation. And I'm not gonna stop doing what I'm doing because of a torque wrench. So far, we hadn't had any issues. I've always had pretty good luck with stuff staying together and nothing causing grief. We're just trying to clean up around those exhaust ports just a little bit.
And we didn't have any broken manifold bolts.
Thank God.
Unlike the 4th gen. At least they did something right. They're trying.
I was trying,
you know,
my best to not weld on this one if we could help it.
I think we had what 4 on mine, or was it like 6? It was something.
I think it was 4 on one side and 2 on the other.
Yeah.
Of course, the driver's side had like 2.
Yeah, you know.
And it was wonderful.
Yeah.
Y'all think it's something to get those manifolds off. You gotta have broke bolts over there, and you're having to
in front of the steer shaft.
Yeah, try to get in there and weld, and oh, it's wonderful. So anyway, hard times.
Oh yeah.
That's fine. It can't be easy. Because if it was easy, everybody do it. I like a good time.
That's right. All right, guys. He's gonna get that knocked out, and we'll catch back up with you in just a second. All right, guys. We got the passenger side knocked out. The driver's side, of course, done, and we're hooking up the exhaust to our new manifolds. Let y'all check this out over here.
Oh, yeah.
Got that. Got our O2 sensors plugged back in. Look at that thing. Brand new.
I forgot I got a scooter in there and locked that back in.
Driver's side. He's got to throw the actual muffler on because we forgot about it. All right, guys, we are ready. Let's do this.
Go ahead.
Maybe not.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
Out of gas?
Could be.
Knowing it, probably.
Oh, cancel. Hood open.
Can't. Oh.
Because the hood was open? What? Uh-oh. There we go.
Quiet. We was just testing before we put the inner liner's back on.
Got a little bit of steam cooking off. That's just leftover oil. It's so quiet. That's perfect. It's a new truck again. Sound like a brand new truck, buddy. That's pretty cool.
And time wise, y'all, I don't know. We goofed off a lot today.
Yeah.
We had to go to town twice, so and we were gone like, if I had to guess, this side probably took like 2 hours.
Yeah.
The other side, I mean, I don't know what time it is now, but
I'd say probably about an hour and a half you had it on and off.
yeah, something like that.
It wasn't really a whole lot to that other side.
Yeah, I mean the other side's super easy. So what did I get out of this that I can give to y'all? The torque wrench. Make sure you got a 3/8, not a half inch. That's torqued down perfect. No issues with that 3/8 wrench. This I probably would have, but like I say, I done everything except 2 bolts, and I done it by hand, and just feeling over the years, you kind of get to know about where you're at. So if you're experienced, go for it. If you're not, go get your wrench. And you know, 8 out of 10 is torque like they're supposed to be. So, but it's not that hard, y'all. I mean, if you feel it, you kind of know, put the same amount of tension on it. It's pretty easy to do. But when we was putting the exhaust back on, we snapped a bolt, or snapped a nut where the Y collector goes into the exhaust. There's 2 studs coming out of that. It's made into the collector down on the bottom under the passenger door. So we snapped one, and luckily, I think the threads got boogered up a little bit, probably from me down there messing with it. So it's probably my fault, self-induced, I'm sure. Might have had a little cross thread going on. So cross thread, no thread.
It's nature's Loctite.
Yep, nature's Loctite.
You know?
So anyway, it was a long stud. If y'all look under there, you'll see what I'm talking about. But it snapped it on the end out there. So I was able to find another nut that was the same size, and I checked it over on the one I already had on, and just got a ratchet and started working it, and with a short wheel socket, and it actually come back to life. So we put it back on. We had plenty of thread for it. That's the only thing that really messed up. I don't really call it a mess up. We didn't squirt them down with PB Blaster today. But the instructions, you guys, I mean,
Yeah, they tell you everything.
I don't know if we showed them to y'all, but it's got a torque sequence. I mean, just make sure you see right side, because it actually starts from the right side, then goes to the left side on the instructions. And it tells you what to take off, how to do it, the whole 9 yards. You get over here, there's 8 bolts, manifolds, and I think that was for the older year models. It said the 10 bolt is for the newer. So when you're doing torque sequence, make sure you start where you're supposed to, because you see right here, this is the 10 bolt, this is the 8 bolt. Your number 1 down here on 10 bolts in the center. Your number 1 up here on the 8 bolt is going to be further over. So just make sure, because I mean they're off. Your 1, 2 there, your 1, 2 here. So your sequence will be off. But if you go old school, you start in the middle and work your way out. I mean, if all else fails, you lose these, you get wet. I mean, that's the way I normally do a crisscross pattern starting in the center. So it'd be 1, 2, and then 3. You work your way back over 4. So you just keep pushing your way out. But this is pretty nice to have.
They gave us everything too.
I mean, I'd say this is probably a...
I did see on the front, it said if you couldn't see the pictures, the printed pictures, that you could scan the QR code or whatever online and you can see it colored. So you can,
well,
yeah, somewhere right up in there.
It
Maybe
was
on
on
the page.
It was actually on the
first page or second page, somewhere. I don't remember where I seen that, but
download. You can download it.
yeah.
Install manuals at bddiesel.com.
Yeah, there you go.
So you can actually download it there. I think there was a QR code on, may have been on the box on the other side, but I did see a QR code somewhere. But anyway, I mean, this is an expensive kit, and it was like, I don't even know, like maybe $5.99. Don't hold me to that. Y'all can go check it out. But I think this job's like, I don't know,
2200 dealership.
I hadn't really looked it up. He's checked it out. Just say between 18 and 22 if he was to do it at a dealership. So
The main reason that people want to go with this setup is because you can use your factory exhaust.
Yeah.
If you go with headers or whatever you do, you're gonna have to have some sort of different exhaust setup, because that ain't gonna work. So that's another reason why these are as popular as they are. So you can it's like a factory direct setup, you know.
And we bought some more.
Oh, did you tell them about the O2 sensor clip again? What was it, up and out or something?
Oh yeah, you just gotta push them forward, and then try to come out with them, and then it'll work for you. Otherwise, y'all gonna end up breaking those off if you don't watch what you're doing.
Yeah, we were over here pondering several minutes. What the world?
The little Christmas trees. Y'all remember I told you I broke?
Yeah.
You'll have one up there.
They're like push pin type things.
Yeah, you'll have one down here. So, yeah, see.
And you can buy these at the parts store.
I mean, I tried to get them out with the right tool. Didn't work. So, moving on.
Yeah, we had these plastic get-ups right here.
I mean, they're kind of... This is actually up on the box. It just slips off. So once you get all this out, you'll have some bolts up here. I mean, you can see right here and your inner fender. That just slides down the hole. Pretty easy to do. What I've done on the front piece, I mean, y'all could take it off completely if you want to, my bad.
Oh, you good?
I just kind of took it loose here and then worked it.
Massaged it.
Yep.
Yeah. Got you, bro.
Anyway, you choose your own path. And then we just fish this back up under here. This kind of will be your guide. You know, I told you about that. And then basically we just need to get them lined up as best we can. And we'll start sticking the screws back in. That's going to be an 8mm. So, I mean, not a whole lot to it. And we went to AutoZone. Y'all can get them where you want to. We got a new pack of Christmas trees. in my truck, so we'll get those after I kind of get all this somewhat started. I don't want to cinch it down just yet. We'll just kind of snug him up. Okay. I like to kind of just get everything started. Put the Christmas trees back in where they go, and then send it to the beans.
That's right.
Ain't too bad for a day's work though. It's just, I mean, this wasn't terrible.
No, you can do it yourself. Biggest thing with this one that I've noticed on the 5th gens is, well, for example, the bolts on the factory manifolds are not broken, so that's a big game changer.
Yeah,
because
always good.
You know, when we had those 6 or whatever on mine, man, that took like 2 days going to the parts store, getting nuts and stuff.
You got a couple of these that's longer than the other ones, the screws. So,
Which ones?
these two here are gonna be longer than these that go around. So,
Oh, okay.
kind of, if you look at them, you'll say, where's that go? But you'll know something's wrong. But you'll have eyeball.
That's right.
Couple, so it's kind of like you'll know real quick where they go.
Did see on BD's website that it said these manifolds are actually will improve performance because of the your width right here. The new one being bigger, it actually helps out with the motor breathing. So that's, hey, anytime we get performance, hey, that's what's up right there.
Chrysler, GM, but they didn't have a whole lot to choose from, so I just got what I thought was close, and so far so good. So I can say I tried to save them, but I mean, you kind of have to deal with what you got. Sometimes the plastic cooperates and sometimes the plastic don't. Why their screws are that long?
I was gonna say that's crazy.
This one, y'all seen it kind of acting up a little bit, but I think the retaining clip maybe slipped off the back. It's tight, as you can see. So
Yeah, it ain't going nowhere now.
we ain't going anywhere, so we're good on that. I was just making sure that we didn't drill a china with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our screws.
Just kept going and going and going.
Because that's actually where it went, and that's the way everything was, and
Yep, looks normal.
everything looks good. So I'm gonna throw this tire on.
Wrap this job up, bro.
So we can get this thing dropped, and we can get ready to do the paint tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get that done before we get it back.
Yeah, I don't know. I think my camera geeked out a second ago, but he was talking about paint the tailgate right here. Got a little nick, so we're gonna go over that tomorrow.
And guys, y'all, if you don't know, on these trucks, if you get your oil changed, and the Yahoo at the oil change place tries to tell you that you need your front seal changed because you got an oil leak, do not trust the guy at the oil change shop. If any of y'all are watching and y'all work at the oil change shop, I'm not knocking you, but when you pump oil into these trucks too fast, it can come out of the oil filter. Don't know why. It's been in some situation. I don't know. But on this particular truck, every time it gets an oil change done, it always leaks down the engine and down the front seal and wherever else it comes out.
Yeah,
But
them boys,
the past few times,
they can't aim at all, bro. Just soak the motor down in engine oil.
yeah,
It's all on the transmission and everything.
So the last time they told him that he had a front seal leak. So I got under here, I cleaned everything. So if you ever think you got a leak, don't trust the guy who tells you, unless it's somebody you really, really trust.
Or is ASC certified.
And you want to spend a lot of money. So
Yeah.
best thing to do, get some degreaser, degrease the thing down, wash it down, let it dry. Make sure, get under it at that point. Make sure there's no oil. You don't see anything wet. Take it down the road, drive it a few miles, come back, get on it, whatever you want to do. Just test it out. Get under it, see if there's any oil. If there's not, hey, we dodged a bullet.
That's right.
This truck's too new to have a front seal leaking. So I'm gonna say the idiots at the oil change place. This is not anything to do with RAM. This is gonna be your little 5-minute, 10-minute oil change deal. I mean, look at the cover up there.
Oh, I know. I showed him.
How do you do that?
How do you mess up that bad?
So in all my years, the only time I've ever done that is not using a funnel.
You still got that liner down on the side? You can see the motor oil running down the transmission.
Oh,
where it's
dripping.
with the bell housing.
It's on the front.
See all that right there? This color?
The crank.
That's all oil right there.
It's on the back. I mean, if you peek under there at the oil plug, it's dripping off the back. It's dripping off the front. But you'll see right here behind that radiator hose, there's an oil trail. Yep, that's it. And it comes from up top. So that was my thing when we cleaned it the first time. After the guy freaked him out over, and you know, the thing that really aggravates me, guys, is this is my dad's truck. And you know, not everybody is gonna know to call bull, but you know, I'm kind of hard-headed, so you tell me something, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna investigate it, and I'm gonna look and research before I say yes. I think they take advantage of people. So my dad don't really work on stuff, and I mean, he shouldn't have to. It's a brand new truck. It's kind of the reason we buy them.
Yeah.
Of course, we got old trucks, and that's the reason we have them, to work on them. So you pick and choose your poison. So we picked the new one, not having to work on it, and then you have somebody who tells him, oh, you got a front seal. So that was like almost $2,000 to have done at the dealership. And I was like, no, hang on, let me look at it, because I was going to actually do it for him if it was leaking. But you know, after we cleaned it off, before I cleaned it off, actually, I got up here looking, and you know, I seen the trail of oil, and I mean, there it is. There's your evidence right there of what happens. They spill it, then it runs down and naturally finds its way down to the crank. When you're driving it, you don't know about it, and it blows everywhere. Like right now, under this truck, as I was under there taking the exhaust, there's oil, like oil stains and splatter all the way through the back of the truck. So when they done it, I mean, they made a mess. So, but like I say, if they pump the oil in too fast, I don't know what happens over here in the throttle body with the vent and all that stuff, but it ends up getting in here. So y'all don't believe me? Research it. It's on Google. There's page after page after page on it. So go read up on it if you don't take my word for it. But try to do your own oil changes. If you can't do your own oil changes, hold them accountable. This is ridiculous. He had an injector go out on this thing. You know, he took it down to the Ram dealership, and you know, I know they get in a hurry and they got techs working, but he leaves the old one laying up here on the battery. When we popped the hood, they changed the oil at that time, and I guess they put it in too fast there. It wasn't leaking, it spilled everywhere, but it was just in the box. So we happened to be looking. I pulled it out just to check it, and it had some residue in there on the filter.
The whole lid was covered in oil.
Yeah, you'll see the whole air filter be covered in engine oil. But and like I say, just read up on it. I don't know exactly why it does it. It just does it. So all I know is that's just one of the things. I've changed mine, pouring it in with a funnel, never had no issues. But with the pump systems, they put it in with these guns. I guess it's the pressure or something going in the valve covers, and I don't know. Maybe it's just building up too fast. I don't know. I do know it can happen because it's the same scenario. I mean, it's the principles of a catch can. while you're driving, your intake's getting oil blown back in. So the catch can catches the oil to keep it from doing that. So the same scenario in here, if you have oil going through whatever orifice it is, it can make it back into the intake, because on the LS motor, it's in the intake. Speaking of that, you know, I just changed the catch can out on the old 63. We've been driving the fire out of it since May, and or actually April, and it had, you know, just about a quarter of oil in it, so it's doing its job. But just, you know, don't take the word of just anybody when y'all doing stuff. Not saying everybody's wrong. It could be. It possibly could be something. But on this particular truck, this happens all the time. So matter of fact, before we give it back, we'll degrease it, clean it up, and keep him from having a heart attack when he sees it, because it's kind of like unnerving. You know, you look down and see an oil leak, and you're like, oh man.
On your brand new truck.
And you kind of peek under it, and it's everywhere. So
yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna slap that other liner in, tighten this tire up, and we're done for the day, y'all. So I hope y'all got something out of this. No professional, first time on 5th gen.
You can do it yourself. It's easy.
I mean,
yeah.
We got we've been doing a lot of cutting, buffing. Had a lot of people respond to that. Watch you, Ribble. If y'all want that done, hit us up on Facebook, send us a message on YouTube. We'll get with you. If you want these done, we're doing these. I mean, I'm not charging near that kind of money. If y'all want these done, we can order them. The bddiesel.com. Either you can order them and bring them to me, or I can order them and we can get it all taken care of on the 4th gen and 5th gen trucks. You know, like I say, if you need them done, I mean, we removed bolts from the block. They are aluminum head, so I say block from the aluminum head. And ain't had no trouble.
All right, guys, if y'all enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment, let us know what you guys think about this truck. BD Diesel come in with their absolute best product line for these trucks to fix these broken manifolds. But appreciate you guys for watching. Want some merchandise, link will be in the description below. We will see you guys on the next one.